Collins's homage to 1950s jazz. I do take exception to one of his lyrics, that it is impossible to fail here in State College. The purpose of my remarks this evening is to be both a testimony and a screed on how indeed I have managed to fail here in State College, and do so rather dramatically. Today is my last night as a quasi-legal resident of the Borough of State College. For the past 15 years, I've lived across the street in an 8-story building that identifies itself as an independent living center for low-income, elderly, and disabled people. But what it actually is a shameful nursing home for 89 of us who are isolated from the other side of Beaver Avenue, which is owned and operated out of Harrisburg by the Pennsylvania Secretary of Transportation, Leslie Reynolds, who should be ashamed of herself. There are two instances that come to mind. One is that every summer there is the event of the summer is an arts fair that takes place here in State College, and the PennDOT, which Leslie Richards operates, decided to rip up the sidewalks 2 weeks before Arts Fest, and instead of putting concrete, she had her people put in pebbles, which wheelchairs, walkers, and people holding canes cannot use. And as a consequence of that, and the failure to in any way stop the heavy traffic on Beaver Avenue, we were able, for most of us, unable to participate in the arts fair that was across the street. And the second shameful instance happened 2 weeks after my second granddaughter, who's now 7 months old, failed to appear out of her mother's belly, as it were. I decided to go to synagogue and pray. And instead I was arrested. The story of my arrest is one which I will save for a future occasion, although you are welcome to get chunks of it on my website, as it were, www.joelsalkoff.com. But the short of it is that at 9:15 on August the 11th, I was arrested by 10 members of the State College police force for getting in the way of traffic, heavy traffic on Beaver Avenue, which at 9:15 in the morning on that Saturday morning, you can see on my website the official police photograph. The only vehicles on the street were the 3 or 4 police cars that were there to arrest me. Clearly there are too many police vehicles and too many members of the police force here in State College. And when I was arrested, after my video, the judge, interviewed me after they took my prints and searched me every which way and took away my mobility device and gave me a broken wheelchair. I was arraigned by a judge on television who was disrespectful, and I chewed him out. And they took away my Hebrew English Book of Psalms.